All right, so in the left's latest Trump witch hunt, radical New York Attorney General Letitia James, who campaigned on going after one man, Donald Trump, one family, the Trump family, one organization, the Trump organization, is now claiming that the Trump organization, in fact, inflated the value of its assets in what is a big fraud scheme. Now, at the center of this trial is an insane ruling from a judge claiming that Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, that its real value is only $18 million. All right, let's do a quick one-on-one on Palm Beach real estate. Look at this here. We got a 2-acre wooded lot on the ocean. There's no building on it at all. 5 minutes away from Mar-a-Lago, listed for a whopping $150 million. You got another empty lot nearby, 2.3 acres on the ocean, listed for $200 million. Look at your screen. Mar-a-Lago is a 60,000 square foot, 58 bedroom, 33 bathroom mansion, historical location as such, with 2 clubs located on 20 acres of prime Palm Beach real estate, with a unique position in that it has property on the intercoastal side and on the oceanfront side, with a club associated with it. 20 acres. Okay. Now, this is what the judge wants you to believe is worth, let's see, over $100 million less than a wooded lot of 2 acres? You got to be kidding me. Now, remember, every contract that the Trump family was involved in with real estate and applying for loans and dealing with insurance companies, lending companies, okay, they had language in this contract that said not to use their appraisals, but they had to use their own appraisals, that it would be their fiduciary responsibility to come up with what they believe the real value of a property happens to be. And by the way, not one bank, not one insurance company ever filed any complaint. Everyone was paid on time. Now, if this isn't, hypocritical left-wing politics at its worst, I don't know what is. Here with reaction, Trump legal spokesperson Alina Habba is with us, the author of The Constitution of the U.S. and other patriotic documents, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Now, Alina, I don't want to put you in a position, I understand a gag order is in place, but I do want to talk about real estate down in Palm Beach. I know a thing or two about it. And I've talked to a lot of realtors. They're laughing at this. So the allegation is that the Trump organization was artificially inflating numbers to get more favorable loan terms and more favorable insurance rates. Okay. The judge is claiming that a property, according to realtors I spoke to, is kind of close to $1 billion, and he's sticking with 18 million. Now, doesn't that make him guilty of the very thing that they're trying to claim that the Trump family did?
It does. And I think that we should look at anybody that's taken a property and their tax assessed value, which is, by the way, what he thinks the property is now worth. The $18 million is a tax assessed value. So if you actually were going to sell it, and I know you're familiar with the property, so am I, you probably could maybe sell half of a tennis court here for $18 million. Given where it's located and what it's worth. The statement of financial condition for the president, for the company, was undervalued tremendously. If the president had put his brand alone, the brand of Trump, which got him elected to office, that brand alone would quadruple, triple, double, whatever the number is, the statement of financial condition. This is insanity. And the fact, frankly, that I can't speak freely is insanity in and of itself. So we're really in a banana republic. This is political lawfare, not warfare. And I'm sitting front row for it. It's unfortunate.
So, Greg Jarrett, just common sense and logic needs to prevail here. So you got 20-plus acres on the intercoastal and on the ocean side. You got a club. You got this massive building. It's historical. Many, many bedrooms and bathrooms and everything in between. And it's a club on top of it. And meanwhile, a 2-acre parcel of oceanfront property in Palm Beach is going to go for $200 million. But that 20-plus acre property is only worth $18 million, and the judge is sticking by That valuation with a straight face? You've got to be kidding me. I mean, this can't be, this really can't be happening in this country, but it is happening. What do you make of it all?
Well, it shows how biased the judge is, determined to find the Trumps liable at trial. But the good news for them is, Sean, I doubt that any of this will ever stand up on appeal, because this executive law being used against them completely undermines more than a century of established common law that requires proof of intent to deceive in civil fraud cases, that somebody knowingly made false statements. But, this poorly conceived law simply does away with all of that and punishes somebody for making inaccurate statements with no intent to do so. It's sort of like prosecuting a customer for robbing a bank because the teller gave out the wrong change. This law also violates the Constitution, Sean. It penalizes inaccurate commercial speech, which the First Amendment protects. But, under Letitia James, anybody can have their business taken away from them by her if they happen to misstate without negligence or intent assets that are used to secure loans, even if the business owner relied entirely on professionals to do the valuations, which the Trump organization did.
I'm not sure whether Alina can answer or not, and I don't want to put her in a bad spot here, but you do have an AG that ran on a platform to go after one man, Donald Trump, one family, the Trump family, one organization, the Trump organization. Alina, to the extent you can weigh in. Greg, you can weigh in. To me, there's something so fundamentally wrong about that, running on a campaign and now fulfilling a campaign promise. Alina?
That's 100% wrong. It's political interference. It's political persecution, prosecution, and it is something we've been fighting, and I'm happy to speak freely about it. Miss James has gone outside and showed up, Sean, only on the days where it was headline days, only on the days where the president is there, where the kids are there. She wasn't there for the past few days. She thought they were mundane, evidently. But the other day, she's sitting there while the city is going to hell. And we are watching something where the statement of financial condition was frankly undervalued, where there was a disclaimer on the front page with sophisticated lenders saying you need to do your own due diligence. But nobody is paying attention to the glaring fact that you just brought up. Miss James is doing this for political reasons. She does not care about New York. She does not care about businesses doing well. She is doing it so that she can make money, so that she can run. And you know what? Frankly, it's backfiring in her face if you look at the polls.
And you got to think about it. This is the state, Greg, and we only have about 20 seconds left, that has no bail laws. Not one insurance company that I've heard of or read about, not one lending institution, none of them complain. Why is this even in court?
When she ran for office on the campaign promise of, quote unquote, getting Trump, she was violating the ethical standard that governs prosecutors. She had no access to any evidence, any investigative files. She committed herself publicly to getting a specific individual, and then she misused the power of her office to manufacture a case against him. That's the sort of thing for which she should be disbarred.
We're now criminalizing political differences. That's a very dangerous place for any country to be. All right, thank you both. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.